Good morning. Welcome back to my deck and another weekend wrap up. It's been a while since I've done one, but I had an experience I wanted to share with you. I wore a mask for a week, and this is what happened, as they might say on YouTube. We just wrapped up Young Adults Camp this past week, and it was a great week. The students were fantastic. I was lucky they were all black belts, but it would have been great whatever rank they were. So it was 5 days, going from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., plus we have some additional classes that we teach in the evening. For example, on Monday, I was helping Master Meany with his in-person classes that were in the park. So that would be more mask wearing. In the week leading up to the camp, I'd been having a lot of headaches. I normally have migraines. It's nothing unusual, but since headaches are a symptom of COVID-19, I did go ahead and get a test. It was negative, which is great because if it had been positive, I would not have been able to run the camp, of course. The state rules for running camps: no exercise indoors. Everybody indoors needs to wear masks. Outdoors, masks as much as possible. Maintain social distancing as much as possible. So I knew we would be doing the practice wearing masks. People are allowed to remove masks if there's more than 6 foot social distancing. But these were all people under 18, and masks are certainly safer than no masks. For the most part, the humidity wasn't very high except Friday when it rained. So these are all factors that affected us. My needs were to be able to do cardio with the students and to project my voice. As it turned out, the location we found, the park that was closest to the school had a lot of people coming through it. We didn't want to disrupt them, plus maintaining distance from them would have been difficult. And to run a Taekwondo class in a small park would kind of take over and be unpleasant for others as well as awkward for us. We ended up at a train station where there was a giant parking lot, lots of space because nobody's commuting into Manhattan, or very, very few people were commuting into Manhattan. So we had an open parking area, plus there was a slight slope and a lovely flat area that was completely shaded with very old oak trees. So 2 different environments we could work with, really nice. What did I find? First off, fabric masks block a lot more air than the paper disposable masks. I've already learned that the paper masks, or I should say disposable masks, they're not really paper, allow you to breathe much more freely while still making that seal that's important around your face. They're adjustable. The wire, I found that it is important. Get a good, not just bend at the nose, but also bend again so it comes out on your cheeks. That really helped. It made a better seal, but it also made the mask more uncomfortable. With my face size, if it's too big, it goes up. It kind of catches on my lower eyelashes. I didn't have it getting into my eye, but it's still not comfortable. Adjusting the mask can really increase your comfort. One is the loops go over your ears. You may see people sometimes make a twist. Sometimes I had to do that. The masks are factory made, but they're certainly not all identical. Masks from the same box, and in fact the boxes we have packs of 10 within the box. And even within that same 10 pack, some would be ever so slightly bigger and suddenly they'd be riding up on my face, which was uncomfortable, but also is not as effective as a mask. I would flip the bottom edge under my chin and then crease it to tighten the fit around my face. That helped a lot. Sometimes I needed to twist the earpieces, so make a half twist so it would make an X on the cheek. That would help. Some masks didn't need it. So don't expect if you have a package of masks that they're all going to be, what works with one mask is absolutely going to work with another. The other thing is I was working with people who are under 18, so they were having similar small face situations, and I've now noticed people with larger faces have a harder time. Make sure to open the pleats on your mask, especially if your face is larger, but even for somebody, even a child, opening the pleats makes it more comfortable. It sticks out away from your lips more, and it does achieve a better fit. And then as your mouth opens and closes when you talk, the whole mask doesn't move. By about Thursday, some of the kids had already forgotten they were wearing masks. They would take their water bottle and go like this and then laugh because the mask was in the way. I took that as a good sign, that it wasn't bothering them, that they had been able to move beyond this being something different, and it was becoming normal feeling. I'm sticking this in here now. I forgot to say it when I originally recorded the video. One other thing about the masks, it's moist inside the mask. Your nose might run. Certainly when you're sweating everywhere else, your face inside the mask sweats more than you'd expect. That's normal. We would step a further, so we're already socially distancing, people would step further out, wipe their face on their sleeve, put the mask back on. I did find that when my mask was wet from exercise, it would dry very quickly, much faster than fabric would. I have fabric masks. They're much thicker, much more absorbent, and they hold the moisture. For a runny nose, tissues, we had Purell with us, so if somebody's nose was running, you could Purell right afterward. It didn't really come up for the students, but it did come up for me. Just something to keep in mind about the moisture is it's not weird. It's normal and manageable. As an instructor, I really needed to project my voice. The mask does muffle your voice, and then since we were at the parking lot of a train station, trains would be coming in and out, and sometimes it would be so loud I would have to stop speaking. But working on projecting my voice was really important, making sure the kids could hear me, making sure they could feel comfortable saying, I can't hear you, or even just quick checks, thumbs up if you can hear me, hand in the air if you can hear me is another one I've used sometimes. When kids get rowdy, I will do the 2-finger whistle, not doing that with a mask, not doing that even without a mask if I'm around other people. Clapping. And the kids will repeat it. They've been doing that in school. It's something they're comfortable and familiar with doing, and it would get their attention very quickly. What I did find is that after a week of doing this, all the little muscles in my ribs are a little sore. They're a little tired. Then I'm going to say, my legs, arms, everything's a little tired. We worked hard. And part of the hard work is we have just spent 3-4 months in isolation. Even if people are going out, they're going out for short times. The brain attention is different at home. You can relax. You're not paying attention. You're not worried about your family's social distancing. Even if it's somebody's got a younger brother that they need a little space from, it is different. And everybody was visibly tired by the end of the day, and it accumulated during the week. But we're just not accustomed to being around other people. We're not accustomed to concentrating. And then you add on top of that the physical effort of doing Taekwondo for more than we're accustomed to. My normal camp, they get 2 one-hour classes. In young adults camp, 2 one-hour classes of practice every day, plus then some additional practices. We make a video, which I'll be working on and we'll be posting soon. We work on a video, and it's all showing off what the kids do well, what their strengths are, what they're into this year. And the video format changed because there's no sparring, there's no board breaking, there's no close contact. Their physical activity was less, but they put in 100%. Those kids worked hard, incredibly cooperative. I couldn't have asked for a better group of people to work with. This is, yes, a very pro-mask video. Please wear a mask. Don't put it down here. Cover your nose and your mouth. We're going to get through all of this together, and wearing masks is an important part, and it doesn't have to be a burden. And I say this, none of us has breathing issues. None of us had asthma that affected our performance. I do get that there are exceptions, but for the most part, most of us, we can do this. We can get through it. All right. Thank you.